Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Try to guess what is Appa making tonight. Actually, Appa will be making a very probably the simplest soup ever in any Malaysian home. It's called ABC soup. I actually started to wondering if any of you, if this dish is too easy for you to watch. Anyway, like Appa always say, Appa is not to teach you cooking. Appa is actually all the dishes that I'm cook every day is actually my family dinner. So I'm at least posting 4 videos every week just to inspire you to do more home cooking at home. Okay, you don't have to follow my ideas. Now, so as the name suggested, it is called ABC soup, meaning this soup is supposed to be very simple, as easy as ABC. That's how it gets its name. So how simple it is? So our ingredient here will be, I have some spare ribs with me. You don't have to buy the expensive ribs, just buy mixed ribs. In Chinese we call it 炸骨. 炸 meaning mix. Okay, mixed ribs basically means is the not so good ribs lah, the mixed one. All right, so it doesn't have much meat because we are not really buying this for the meat. We are actually buying it for the broth purpose, yeah, for the bone, not so much on the meat. Okay, so this dish is all about soup. Then it is basically a veggie soup base. We have, number one, we have some tomato. You can put 1 or 2 tomato, up to you. And then you can put 1 or 2 potato. I always, if you notice my previous video, I always mix up between the two. Tomato, potato, okay? Then 1 carrot. And I have this one, somehow my mother-in-law cut it away to cook something else. Anyway, if you can put in the whole big onion, put in the whole big onion. Alright, so the first thing first, we are going to, there's 2 steps prior to the cooking of the soup. The one is actually to blanch the meat, alright, correctly. I'm going to show you how. Secondly, we need to cut the veggie into the shapes that we wanted. Okay, so let's start cooking. Alright, have you ever wondered what is the correct way of cutting tomato? All right, let me bring out tomato for you. So this is tomato here. You see some line here, some dented line here. Okay, this is the place where you should actually cut, because by doing this, the tomato will come out in a nicer way. Let me show you how. See, let's say I take this particular dented line here. Sorry, took the wrong knife. Okay, you will note what you are going to see here is this. See, this is the dented line. So what the dented? If you cut at the dented line, you will always see your tomato to be in good shape. So if you want your tomato to start in good shape, always cut at the dented line. Yeah. So after that, we will remove the center part of this, and then we can cut them into big cubes like that. And when you cut this way, in Chinese we call it 滚刀, meaning the moment when you cut, you also roll your tomato. Yeah, you roll your tomato as you cut. This is called 滚刀, one way of cutting tomato. Okay, here also I'm going to start by cutting the dented area. Remove the center portion. And then cut into bigger cubes. Right? Same thing here. You can for those who are very good in cooking, just fast forward this part, don't worry. I need to show this because some of my followers always ask Appa to show some very basic things. Yeah, they actually appreciate. So if you are very good in cooking already, you just skip it. Alright, after that, for your bawang besar, your big onion, usually what we'll do is we remove the head and the bottom. Of course, you want to remove this membrane. Okay, remove this membrane until you see the green and white portion. After that, cut into half. Now this for this one, I'm going to cut it into big pieces. I'm going to cut it into big pieces, and I always cut it across. Yeah, I always cut it across. This bawang besar is not the best bawang besar I've ever seen. Let's remove the center part. Okay, it doesn't look like very good, the center part. Just remove it. Okay, and all this just put in the bigger chunks like this. Next step is actually the carrot. First of all, get something like this. What is this called? Can you leave it in the in the comment? Peeler, is it? Is it called peeler? Okay, so you want to peel off the skin. Very seldom Appa will show the step I do this because my cutting kung fu is not very good, so I seldom show. Okay, after you peel off, remove the head and the bottom, yeah. Then we also use gun dao. Gun dao meaning as you cut big chunks, you turn. Okay, as you cut, you turn your carrot. As you cut, you turn your carrot. As you cut, you turn your carrot. So it becomes big chunks like that. So this is called gun dao, okay, in Chinese cooking. After that, the xu zai also, this is a potato. Same thing, we're going to remove the skin. I try to do it faster. If you have cooked xu zai before, potato, you will know after cooking when the carbs dissolve into the soup is going to be very sweet, naturally sweet. So all the ingredients, the veggie today that we use, all will, after cook for a while, it all will dissolve and release some very sweet flavor to your soup, and you don't have to use any MSG or Ajinomoto. Again, we will use the gun dao fa, yeah, the rolling cutting method. Cut, roll, cut, roll, cut, roll, cut, roll, cut, roll. Okay, big chunks. Right? Just like that. Very simple. Right? And now we are going to do the next blanching step. Alright? When you want to do meat blanching, first thing, prepare 1 pot of cold water. It must be cold water. Then raise the heat. Now while it is still cold, do put in your meat right now, the bones right now. You don't put in when it is already boiling. Yeah, that's what most people did, which is actually wrong. Okay, why you want to put now? Because if you put later, when it is boiling, then immediately when you put in the meat into the boiling water, the protein outside of the meat itself will actually form a thin layer. Then it will actually stop all the impurities or excessive blood to release from the meat itself. Alright, so you can actually put, just to help to release some of the gaminess of the bone, you can also put a little bit of Shaoxing wine inside. For those who don't take wine, just omit it. You don't need to find replacement. Okay. So put in the meat when it is not boiling, and by the time it is boiling, that is the time when it is done. Okay. You can also put in few slices of ginger if you want. Up to you. Okay. This is after about a few minutes. It started to boil, and look at all this brownish color coming up. Brown forms, okay, all these are the excessive blood that you don't want, because these are the source of gaminess of this meat. So what you can expect from now on is, after we done this blanching process, and use it to cook use the bone to cook our soup, the ribs to cook our soup later, then number one, you will no longer see all these foams that comes out, okay, on the soup. So your soup will look very clear. Number two, it will not have much gaminess, yeah, anymore. Okay, so we just take it out. And I'm going to rinse this, yeah, wash them under running water. All right. Okay, I have washed my spare rib just now under running water. Yeah, I cannot show the washing part under running water because the last time I did, so many environmentalists attacked Appa and scolded Appa for wasting water. Oh my god. So anyway, you just go and wash it properly, yeah? Alright, then I have prepared a 3 big bowl of hot water here. I use hot water. Now you can use room temperature water, it's okay. But I use hot water because I want to expedite the process only. That's all. So put it inside, put it out on the stove, on the fire, and we can now slowly put in the all our ingredient. Okay, let's put in the rib first. Okay, followed by our veggie. Yeah, we have the carrot, tomato, big onion. You see some smaller potato here because this is actually some leftover my mother-in-law have used up just now. I think she used it to cook for some soup for my my daughter. So let's not waste anything. Let's not waste any ingredient. I'm just going to use it. It may overflow a little bit. I'm going to read. I need to reduce some of the soup. If not, later it will overflow. Let's reduce a bit first. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to a boil. After it's boiling, then only we continue. Okay, we'll come back shortly when it is boiling. Okay, this is after about 3-4 minutes. It is now boiling. Of course, like I said, I'm using hot water to start with, so it gets boiling faster. So after it's boiling, I'm going to close this with a lid. Okay, and turn down the fire to low fire or medium low, and let it slowly simmer for at least 45 minutes. Then do some final seasoning, and it is done. That's how simple this particular dish is, but I promise you it's going to be very, very flavorful towards the end. Yeah, you will drink up all the soups. Yeah, so we will come back after 45 minutes. Now, one thing here you need to take note is if the boiling is too great and you go and close the lid, it may overflow. It may result in overflow. So in order to avoid that, of course, number one, if you can actually do like this. Don't close everything, leave a gap. Then it will solve your overflow problem. Also, at the same time, do not use too high heat. You try to use between low heat to low medium. Let it just simmering slowly by itself. Okay, so we will come back after 45 minutes. Okay, my soup has been simmering under low heat for the past 45 minutes. Oh, don't use hand like what I just did, okay? It's actually hot. Use a cloth. Oh, see, it is still simmering. So this is what we call simmering. A little bit bubble coming out. And look at the color here. It is perfectly done. It is a super flavorful soup right now. All I need to do is just to add a little bit of seasoning, salt. Yeah, let me taste it first. Very sweet, naturally sweet. So what I only need to do is just to put a little bit of salt. Alright, just put a bit of salt. And this is optional, but sometimes I will add a little bit of fish sauce to my dish to give it some umami flavor. But this is optional. You don't have it, or some people doesn't like fish sauce, don't add fish sauce, okay? Just a little bit. And it is done. Let me use another spoon. Give it a few stir. Alright. Done. Perfect. So if you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.